How can one's morning wake-up determine the entirety of their day and even their whole life? When the morning brings anguish and an unbearable struggle to rise, it sets a tone. Waking up after endless scrolling on social media or procrastinating for an hour before getting out of bed simply ruins one's existence and contributes to a miserable emotional state and attitude towards life. The profound impact of one's wake-up routine is undeniable. When a consistent morning routine is neglected, emotional well-being, personal drive, and overall life quality often suffer. Conversely, adopting a disciplined morning approach consistently enhances emotional state, momentum, and productivity. This video will explore why it is so challenging to wake up early, and crucially, what actionable steps can be taken to resolve this, allowing anyone to rise without problems. In the description, you will find comprehensive content packed with valuable information, along with a special section on nuclear strategies designed to get even the most unmotivated and disheartened individuals out of bed. These methods have proven effective for many, suggesting broad applicability. Many have sought to understand how a consistent early morning routine can transform daily life. This issue impacts a vast majority, with over 90% of the population struggling to rise without difficulty. However, like all significant decisions in life, the most challenging choices often yield the greatest benefits. Waking up early is such a decision. This can be understood through an analogy. Just as a first impression or how one introduces a job sets the tone for how the entire interaction will be perceived, how one wakes up codes each new day. The common excuse of being a night owl and more productive at night often doesn't hold true. Only a small minority of people genuinely thrive late. For most, it signifies a lack of discipline to rise in the morning. Even ancient wisdom acknowledged this, with sayings like, "God helps those who wake up early." There are scientific reasons behind this. According to experts in sleep science, two primary reasons explain the difficulty in waking up. The first is that during sleep, the brain's frontal lobes, responsible for regulating will, judgment, and reasoning, are inactive. Upon waking, it can take some time for these frontal lobes to activate fully, leaving an individual in a state where reasoning is impaired, often leading to the regretful decision to continue sleeping. The second reason relates to the body's biological sleep regulation, which strives to maintain balance. This is akin to the body's hunger response. If one has rested sufficiently, the drive to continue sleep diminishes. However, if sleep has been insufficient, the body's homeostatic system will instinctively try to preserve more sleep, making it harder to wake up. Mastering the morning rise involves understanding three crucial stages: the deactivation system, the quality of sleep, and the activation system. The deactivation system refers to the habits performed at the end of the day to prepare for rest. It acts as a signal to the brain and body to begin relaxing after the day's activities and productivity. During the final 2 hours of the day, practices such as blocking phone usage, preparing clothes and bags for the next morning, journaling, or planning the next day's schedule are beneficial. The logic behind this system is known as choice architecture, a concept adapted from design to personal development. It involves eliminating barriers that prevent actions or commitment to objectives, thereby reducing the reliance on sheer willpower or motivation. Since discipline is a habit and motivation is an emotion, building a consistent, disciplined routine is key. When motivation wanes, it's crucial to minimize the number of decisions required in the morning, as one's reasoning is often less acute immediately after waking. The morning routine should be as clear and mechanized as possible. Among the most impactful deactivation habits is meditation. Regularly practicing meditation, perhaps for 15 minutes before sleep, can prepare the mind. When specific morning motivation is needed, visualization proves incredibly powerful. This involves vividly imagining the successful early wake-up, the positive feelings that come with regaining rational control, and the satisfaction of knowing the day will be maximized. By visualizing these positive emotions with intensity and detail, the body can be primed before sleep, making that first difficult decision to rise much easier. The second important step is optimizing the quality of sleep. Many effective tips include avoiding caffeine 8 hours before bedtime, putting away the phone an hour before sleep, deactivating digital screen lights, reducing room temperature by opening a window, avoiding alcohol, and refraining from heavy or dark foods before sleep. Finally, the activation system is a set of habits, a ritual performed in the morning to code the mind for a productive day. It serves as the transition from the world of dreams to reality, optimizing the start of the day. Since everything is prepared from the night before through the deactivation routine, the morning activation routine should be highly mechanical. Visualize the precise order of this process so that it can be executed almost automatically upon waking. For example, placing an alarm in a specific location within the room, perhaps near an outfit laid out for the morning, along with a bottle of water. Upon deactivating the alarm, one could collect the items, proceed to the bathroom, drink the water, wash the face, and get dressed to go directly to a first exercise session. A highly effective trick is to prepare the first thing desired upon waking, such as a nutritious breakfast, and leave it in the fridge. Then, after a morning shower, that breakfast is immediately available. But what if these strategies still don't work? What if getting out of bed remains a struggle? Here are nuclear mechanisms to get even the most unmotivated individuals out of bed. The first mechanism is using an alarm application that requires tasks to be completed before it can be deactivated. This forces engagement immediately. These apps might propose solving equations, walking a certain number of steps, performing squats, or solving puzzles. A particularly effective option is to scan the barcode of a product kept in a distant room or take a photo of an object far from the bed. This physically compels movement. For those who might still return to bed, taking a photo of a metro station or a distant landmark, requiring a walk to that specific location to deactivate the alarm, can be incredibly powerful. These alarms offer no compassion. They will continue to sound until the task is fully completed. Therefore, choose an unyielding alarm and commit to exiting the bed. The second mechanism is accountability. Design a system where a consequence is incurred if a specific morning goal is not met. For instance, commit to sending photographic proof to an accountability partner by a set time, such as 5 a.m., already dressed and prepared to start the day. A precise margin, like 10 minutes, can be established. Failure to meet this commitment could incur a predetermined consequence, such as a financial penalty. The third mechanism, following the concept of choice architecture, is to reduce all morning decisions. Make the morning as mechanical as possible. For example, sleeping in sports clothes if heading directly to the gym, even if it feels a little warm, can help eliminate one decision point and make getting out of bed easier. The fourth mechanism is a dedicated morning physical plan. Upon the alarm sounding, it cannot be deactivated until 2 minutes of isometric exercises, such as a plank, are completed. This consistent daily physical task immediately engages the body and mind. Share in the comments below the mechanisms you implement daily to wake up earlier. Many viewers find these community contributions incredibly useful. Your comments are a sincere source of motivation for content creation. If this content provided value, please like, subscribe, and hit the bell icon to not miss future videos on entrepreneurship, productivity, time management, study techniques, learning, and more. This channel will continue to deliver even more valuable content with upcoming enhancements and exciting news. Stay connected to witness these developments firsthand. It is always a pleasure to read your contributions. Have a productive week until the next video.